Who remembers this shit, man? I thought this was the coolest thing in the world when I was growing up. Then I got it and it was junk, it hardly worked. Didn't work like that anyway. It didn't work anything like that. Half the barcodes didn't even work. Then you would scan ones and it would say there'd be nothing there. Who wants to make this in Unity? I'm going to make that in Unity, but I'm going to make it even better. Because it's going to actually work. I had the green one, by the way. Let's do it. So because I'm a highly sophisticated game developer, first thing I did was planned out all the scripts that I'm going to need. Therefore, no mistakes can happen, right? And then I completed the hardest task of any game development project, actually starting the project. So I started it, and I actually hadn't created a game for mobile in many years, so I just made sure that I could build on my mobile. And that took a wee bit longer than I expected because my phone decided to act like a piece of shit.
Hello there.
So that was a great success. Right, now next I had to address the elephant in the room. I don't know how the f*** you scan a barcode. Never done it. But I found zebraxing. Apparently you pronounce it as zebra crossing. And I installed it and it took f***ing ages to get the demo to work. But I did eventually get it to work, and what a great feeling. And check this shit out. You might not be able to tell that it's scanning things, but just take my word for it, it was scanning here. But listen, I knew you wouldn't believe me, and I know that you don't trust me, so I went ahead, I fixed the camera display, and I even displayed the barcode that's been scanned just for you, just because you didn't believe me. Now here's the next problem. Looking at tins of beans and soup for hours on end is incredibly boring. So I went ahead into Mid-Journey and I started generating some beasts that I could use as the monsters you collect in the game. But after a while, I missed battering my head off the keyboard, using maths and coming up with fancy calculations. So I went back into Unity and I created a calculation which determines if there's a beast on a barcode or if it's an empty barcode. Now you might have seen that clip and noticed something, but you're definitely going to see it in the next few clips. I made a massive mistake. For some very silly reason, I decided to tell Unity to open up a new thread every time I clicked the camera button. The problem with that is I wasn't closing the previous thread, so clicking the button a few dozen times to go to the camera mode wasn't a great idea, let's just say that. So now if you look past the very poor performance, you can see me scanning a tin of beans, and then you can see the fancy little screen that tells you there's a beast on the barcode. Then the logical next step here was to display what beast was on that barcode, so I added another recalculation to determine if it was a common, rare or epic beast. I wanted a way to display all the beasts that players had captured or encountered, so I had to develop a sort of Pokédex, Beastedex thing, which is essentially just an inventory. The good news is I've got an inventory system on another game that I'm working on, and that is very modular, so I could pretty much just lift that out, change some names over and add it in, and it worked perfectly. So with the final feature of the game almost ready, momentum on my side, something had to go wrong. The barcode scanner stopped working. Can you believe it? It took me ages to get it set up, and then it stopped working. After hours of debugging away, I finally figured out what the issue was, and I managed to get it resolved, and we were back on track. So one of the finishing touches I was adding in was adding Easy Save 3 to handle my saving and loading data. Then I started scanning loads of different barcodes around the house, seeing what monsters I got, and I noticed I was missing one very important thing, the battles. So I went about adding in an auto battle feature, which you will see in the finished product. But before I show you the finished product here, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, a wee like and a wee cheeky subscribe would go a long way, and it would make my day. So if you'd like to do that, cheers. If you don't, that's fine as well. But let me show you what we've got working.
Scan tins of beans and find monsters. Collect them or go to battle. An epic, awe-inspiring, action-packed battle system. Well, in fact, no, it's pretty shit. Victory!
Right guys, that was just a daft wee game development experiment that I've been wanting to do for a while, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again for watching. Cheers!